I knew that I was going to come to Iowa the day that I toured campus.
It felt like, all right, this is where I'm supposed to be.
I was looking at all the different buildings and the manicured lawns and thought, oh, this is like college. I can be a student, I can experiment, I can try, I can fail, and I can also eat dining hall food.
Being here in Iowa City, there were so many things going on. It was such a vibrant academic and intellectual, but also creative community.
The people are what makes this place so special to me.
And it feels like you're always surrounded kind of by family.
I've never even been into sports. I learned just how awesome it is to be in that community of we are all students here right now cheering on this one thing.
Every time I wear a Hawkeye shirt, I always hear somebody yell, "Go Hawks," at me. So I know that that's going to follow me wherever I go.
Coolest thing about being a Hawkeye is that it doesn't mean one thing.
I want to be a visual storyteller and a filmmaker. What's been given to me here can really help me with that.
Being a sorority president, that gave me a lot of leadership experience, and I want to use that skill to impact other people.
Valuing the people that you work with is the most important thing, and that's definitely the lesson that I'm going to take away.
From COVID and everything that happened, I was stripped down to the essentials of leaning on my people and learning how to allow people to help me.
Coming from a first-generation student, being resilient meant staying through college, pushing myself to be the best that I can be.
Not being able to see my family, that was really tough in a way that I probably still haven't completely processed.
Those hard days were some of the days that made me.
I'm thankful for the peers as well as the mentors that I've had who have allowed me to be resilient.
I would love to thank my mom, my dad, obviously.
I have a lot of people to thank here. You know, it starts with professors and the students that I've met.
I would like to thank the UI Reach program, my grandparents. I like to thank them.
My two brothers, Peyton and Maddox, for their endless support.
My roommates, Alyssa and Leah, shout out to you guys.
Thank you to my beautiful fiance and soon-to-be wife, Renee.
Thank you to my friends for making all of this worth it.
Gathered family and friends, if you are able, please rise for the academic procession. The candidates for Bachelor of Business Administration degree from the Tippie College of Business have gathered to celebrate commencement. All are in their places. These proceedings are hereby called to order. You may be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce the Dean of the Tippie College of Business and Professor of Management and Entrepreneurship, Dr. Amy Christoph Brown.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Tippie College of Business and the University of Iowa, I welcome all of you, graduating seniors, family members, friends, faculty, and staff of the college, to this commencement in this beautiful space, Hancher Auditorium. All of us here are proud of our university, our college, and especially today, our graduates. This commencement allows us to honor their accomplishments. We come together to celebrate and reflect upon an important milestone in the lives of these students, the completion of their undergraduate education. Today, many emotions fill this auditorium. For the graduates, these emotions range from the excitement and anticipation of our celebration to uncertainty and apprehension about the future. For parents or spouses, the range of emotions include pride, certainly, and in some cases, I suspect, may also include a profound sense of financial relief. For those of you in the audience, we feel your pride as well. But you also should be proud of all that you have done to help them accomplish their goals. Your guidance, understanding, and compassion, your confidence in their abilities, and your love and support have all been critical to their success. For what you have done to help these graduates, we thank you. Before proceeding further, I would like to introduce the faculty and invited guests joining us today to honor our graduates as they earn their degrees. Please stand when I introduce you. Joining me today on the platform, Alexandra Nika, Associate Professor of Instruction and Director, Undergraduate Studies in Economics. Brent Pritchard, Lecturer, Undergraduate Program in Finance. Kathy Zaharis, Emeritus Professor of Practice, Tippie College of Business. Barbara J. Wilson, President, the University of Iowa. Barry Thomas, Senior Associate Dean, Tippie College of Business, and Gary C. Fethke, Research Professor of Business Analytics. Charles Keene, Associate Dean, Undergraduate Program, and Professor of Instruction in Marketing. Lisa Duchek, Associate Professor of Instruction in Accounting and Director, Undergraduate Studies in Accounting. Christina Bigsby, Lecturer and Director, Undergraduate Studies in Business Analytics, and Lon Moeller, Professor of Instruction in Management and Entrepreneurship. I would like to also thank the Tippie faculty and staff serving as marshals, which include John Garfinkel, Henry B. Tippie Research Professor of Finance, and Tom Walsh, Associate Professor of Practice and Director of Undergraduate Studies in Marketing. Thank you for joining us today. I would also like to give special thanks and recognition to the members of the Iowa Brass Quintet. On trumpets, Jacob Fichetti and Kevin Sells. On horn, Keely Cruz. On trombone, Dr. Jonathan Allen. And on tuba, Professor John Manning. All of today's proceedings will be interpreted by Hands Up Communications. It is now my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker, Catherine Zaharis. Catherine presently serves as an independent director for the North Square Series Trust and holds emeritus status at the Tippie College of Business. During her 15-year tenure at the University of Iowa, she shared her passion for finance in both the MBA and undergraduate programs. Kathy boasts a wealth of experience, having spent 23 years as a portfolio manager and analyst with Principal Global Investors, where she led the value equity investment team. Beyond her academic and professional roles, Kathy has been actively involved in various leadership positions. She served as an independent director for Vantage Point Mutual Funds and volunteered at the CFA Institute and the CFA Society of Iowa, where she previously served as president. A proud and active Iowa alum, she served as the past chair of the University of Iowa Foundation, and she spent a decade as the chair of their investment committee. She continued her support of the university, including a stint as the past president of the National iClub Board, chair of the Presidential Committee on Athletics, and currently serves on the Krause Fund Advisory Board. Kathy was recognized with the Hawk of the Year Award in 2015, the Hancher Finkbein Medallion in 2017, and the 2022 Edith Ennis Award from the Tippie College of Business. Her academic journey began with a BBA from the Tippie College of Business in 1982, followed by an MBA from Drake University in 1983. Please welcome Catherine Zaharis.
Thank you, President Wilson, Deans Christoph Brown and Keene and Thomas, graduates, faculty, friends, and family, for the honor and privilege of being a small part of your special day. Although I can't see the faces of the graduates as you sit behind me, I can sense the joy, pride, and happiness on the faces of family, loved ones, and friends here in the audience today who have shared in your remarkable journey. And that is what I want to focus on today, your journey. You see, I used to envision life as a train journey with several stops along the way. When I graduate from college, when I get my first job, when I get my first house, and so on. We all say these things as if there was a moment where you hop off. But the reality is, the train has no stops. It never stops moving. You, your friends, your family, and loved ones here today have been dreaming of this moment. And in an hour or two, depending on how long I speak, it will be over. You can't make it stop for this one moment. The train keeps moving on this journey called life. So I would like to share 3 things that have made my journey more enjoyable. The first is to look out the window. Enjoy the moment. Don't focus on the next stop that isn't there. This is more challenging than it feels like it should be. For instance, I followed the journey of my good friend Lisa Bluter and our women's basketball team to the national championship game this past spring. It still feels surreal to think about those games in Seattle and Dallas, and I would try to take in each moment. In watching Lisa, the coaches, and the team walk through a throng of Hawkeyes As they entered the arena for the championship game, it felt like it was moving at warp speed, and then the moment was gone. Although I have difficulty in perfecting this practice, the words of Henry David Thoreau guide me. Live in the present, launch yourself on every wave, find eternity in each moment. The second trick in making this journey special is to always learn. This train will take you to places you can't even dream about. When you were in high school, you didn't think this train would take you on a journey through the land of Zoom or ChatGPT. You didn't even know these places existed. Get ready. As you think about our faculty here on stage and throughout your academic career, I believe they have done a terrific job of teaching you the fundamentals of business and in more detail in your majors. But to make this journey special, be open to the opportunities that will be laid before you. It may mean training at your firm. It may mean a certificate or an online MBA from Tippie, or even perhaps a professional designation. When I started my career, PCs were brand new. A spreadsheet with just a few calculations would overwhelm the first computers, and there most certainly was not a World Wide Web. But to have a successful journey, you need to embrace it all, even if it means spending your spring break in 2020 learning to teach, how to teach via Zoom. My favorite quote that ties these first two thoughts together is from Mahatma Gandhi. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. My final thought is about how you go about this journey. You didn't ride the train alone, and you shouldn't start now. There are people in your life who are cheering you on, guiding you, and supporting you that are here today. There are people sitting around you back there who will be a connection for you, your peers, throughout your entire career. And now you transition to alumni. In my role as a faculty member, I have reached out to countless of our alumni, some early in their careers, some retired. Almost to a person, they are so delighted reconnecting with the Tippie community. They are happy to speak to a class or a student organization. They are more than willing to have students visit their firm. And it is fun to hear alumni who are excited to have another Hawkeye in their midst at work. You also have the faculty who have been preparing you for this next step. They are here the Saturday before their holiday break because they also enjoy being a part of your journey. Many of you will stay connected to this outstanding group of educators and researchers for years. Please consider how you would like to stay a part of this community. Help a student group that was a big part of your life. Prep a student for an interview where you work. Speak to a class, join an advisory board, and participate in your local iClub or Iowa Club. I have done all of these things, and I can guarantee it has made my journey so very special. In fact, I would not be here today if I had not stayed connected. So, all aboard. This journey is already underway, and I look forward to seeing where it takes you. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy, for your inspiring remarks. The business world expects great things from Tippie graduates, and from what I know of them, our graduates have what it takes to meet and exceed those expectations. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce you to today's student speaker, Tyler White. Tyler White is from North Liberty, Iowa. After receiving an AAS in Business Administration from Kirkwood Community College, he transferred into Tippie and will be graduating with a BBA in Entrepreneurial Management. During his time at Tippie, Tyler was an executive board member for Sigma Nu Tau Entrepreneurship Honor Society, a USAG certified coach and executive board member for the gymnastics club team, and competed for both the Jiu-Jitsu and Ultimate Frisbee club teams. After graduation, Tyler will dedicate the next year to travel while also continuing his career as an inventory manager for Automods, an automotive performance parts distributor located in North Liberty, Iowa. Tyler.
I would like to start off by just saying thank you to all Tippie faculty and staff. Tippie would not be as cool as it is without you guys. I would like everyone to imagine you're standing in front of a mirror, staring at yourself, trying to come up with the words to get motivated to tackle a new challenge. Because that's where I was in 2021. I had two options as I sat with my legs dangling out of a plane door at an altitude of 15,000 feet with a guy named Dan I just met strapped to my back. I could either jump or close the door. I closed the door to college. I quit. I left after 2 years because I was lost. I felt like I didn't know the correct path to take. But after a while, I started to realize I was just lying to myself. I did know the path to take. I was just too scared to jump. But while I sat there admiring the desert below me, with the wind hitting me in the face, I wondered how I would feel if the parachute did not deploy. Would I be okay dying today, knowing I didn't try to achieve the goals I envisioned? No. No, I wouldn't. Because I wasn't proud of who I was yet. I was a quitter, and the job wasn't finished. I started to realize how much my life could change if I just tried. So I did, because I knew it'd be too stupid not to finish what I started. I applied to Tippie in 2022, and I was accepted. I'm living out my high school dreams, receiving a college degree, like many of you are. But we couldn't have gotten here without the people in our lives. I learned the relationships we built over these years have a more significant impact on our lives than anything else. I caught myself worrying too much about grades and disregarding relationships I've already built, while missing opportunities to build more. So I got involved, because I knew one day we were going to grow old and forget the things we wrote in our papers, but we wouldn't forget the people we met along the way. We were fortunate enough to meet people from all over the world here at Iowa. I won't forget walking down the hallways, bumping into others I recognized from class, and becoming best friends before even knowing their names. I won't forget the relationships I built through the Entrepreneurship Honor Society, the guys I competed with, both on the Jiu-Jitsu and Ultimate Frisbee teams, or the late nights training with my friends in the gymnastics club. I won't forget the professors I had, like Daniel Newton, who pushed us to be innovative and think outside the box, Bob Walker, who taught us the importance of teamwork and keeping each other accountable, or Miranda Wellborn, who forced us to think about the decisions we make and how that would alter our paths. I appreciate all of them for challenging me to be the best person I can be. We could not have done this without each other. But most importantly, we could not have done this without ourselves. I'm only standing here because I tried, just like all you. We finished the job. We did it. But when I say we did it, I'm not just talking about receiving a piece of paper with our names on it. I'm talking about every single challenge, big and small, that we have faced throughout our lives to be where we are today. Some of those challenges have even gone unnoticed by those around us, but we never gave up. I almost did. I had many opportunities to give up on this dream of being a college graduate. Along the way, I lost touch with who I was. I hid behind my insecurities. I didn't put myself out there, and I was afraid to fail. But I failed a lot. I failed at relationships, failed tests, failed in athletics, failed at being the person I've always wanted to be. And I even felt like I failed my parents by not finishing my goal. I failed myself. But I realized failure is just a stepping stone to becoming who we want to be. Even knowing that, I always caught myself finding the voice in my head and the reflection in the mirror, because I'm never satisfied with what I do. I always feel like I'm not where I want to be. I get lost when chasing the future and forget the things I've already achieved. But my story isn't unique. It's yours. Because I know many of you feel the same way. We feel we don't make progress, but but that's only because we forget where we started. We've all changed. You're not the same person you were. You're better. And I encourage you to continue progressing and not lose yourself in the process, because the most important relationship we have is with that person in the mirror. Over these years, I learned the importance of self-love. You should be willing to say, I love you, to the person you see in the mirror, because without them, you wouldn't be here. And I'm glad you're here, because you matter. Our mental health and physical well-being is the only thing we have, so be selfish and take care of it. Self-love is holding yourself to a higher standard than anyone else does. Don't cut yourself short. Believe in yourself. And don't judge yourself based on your thoughts. Judge yourself based on the actions you take. Those actions can make a difference in this world. The actions you've taken have already made a difference in the lives around you. Ask your friends and your family. They're all proud of who you've become and what you've achieved. If they haven't told you yet, I will. I'm proud of you. You are the reason someone has a smile on their face today, and I want you to be the reason someone smiles, the reason you smile every day. Because that smile matters, including those you're sitting next to. I encourage you to introduce yourself to the people around you if you haven't already, because you may never see these people again, but they have their own story to write. For most of us, it's just the beginning of our lives. Some of us have our dream jobs lined up. Some will be backpacking Europe, and others will be in their parents' basement just a little bit longer. But that's okay. We are here because we earned a degree from the #1 ranked business school in the state of Iowa, the Tippie College of Business, and no one can take this accomplishment away from us. This is one of the biggest achievements we've hit so far in our lives, but it most certainly won't be our last. We've worked hard, sacrificed so much, and spent countless late nights on campus and early mornings at friends' apartments finishing projects we definitely should have had done earlier to get here. We've also gotten lost in the Papa John building a few times along the way, but we figured it out. We did it. And remember, as much as we differ as individuals, we always have one thing in common. We'll forever be Hawkeyes. No matter what corner of the world we end up in, we're in this together. I'm gonna miss this place. I'm gonna miss being out of breath after walking up the stairs to the Biz Hub. I'm gonna miss watching the sunset behind the old Capitol. And I'm gonna miss the excitement in the air in the week leading up to homecoming. I'm gonna miss all you. And now I have to accept never figuring out where they keep that giant Iowa sign they put on the pentagrass during Spirit Week. Like, seriously, does anyone know where you put that thing? It's huge. It is now time for us to move on to the next chapter. We now have more tools in our toolbox to make our daydreams a reality. And don't just dream of greatness, chase it. I know you can, because you had to learn to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations. You learn not to veer away from the goal just because you were scared. You should be scared. You aren't dreaming big enough if you're not. In the process of chasing greatness, I learned to be too stupid to quit. Too stupid to not open the door to new challenges just because I was afraid to fail. When the goal scares you and it keeps you up at night, it's time to take that leap of faith and jump. I did. I grabbed a latch to that plane door, opened it, and dove head first. Now it's your turn. Are you ready? Doesn't matter if you are or not. Just jump. Get out there and make your dreams a reality. It won't be easy, but chasing greatness isn't. Being here wasn't easy, but you did it. And now, I can't wait to see what that person in the mirror decides to do next. Congratulations to the class of 2023.
Congratulations, Tyler. The Tippie College of Business awards degrees with highest distinction to students in the highest 2% of the graduating class, with high distinction to students in the next highest 3%, and with distinction to students in the next highest 5%. Distinction is designated by stars worn on the left sleeve. As I call each group of students, please rise to be recognized. Audience, I ask that you hold your applause. Will those graduating with highest distinction please stand? Will those graduating with high distinction please stand? Will those with distinction please stand? Please join me in congratulating these students. We would also like to recognize students who are graduating with honors in their major and university honors. Will those graduating with honors please stand? Please join me in congratulating these students. Membership in Beta Gamma Sigma is the highest recognition a business student can earn. To be eligible for membership, students' individual academic ranking must place them in the upper 10% of the junior class or in the upper 10% of the seniors class. Would students graduating as members of Beta Gamma Sigma please stand? Congratulations. And finally, we also recognize students who undertook 4 or more multiple hands-on learning experiences through our Tippie Rise program. Would the students graduating with 4 or more Tippie Rise experiences please stand? Congratulations.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration please rise? That's you guys, just so you know. We forgot to prep them on that. President Wilson, these candidates have completed all of the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Business Administration and are recommended to you by the faculty of the Tippie College of Business for the conferring of this degree.
Thank you, Dean Christoph Brown. On recommendation of the faculty of the Tippie College of Business and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, State of Iowa, I confer on each of you the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration as qualified and designated. Congratulations.
Will the graduates please be seated? And Charles Keene, Associate Dean of the Undergraduate Program, will now recognize the graduates individually. Will the marshals please begin leading the graduates forward to be recognized?
All right, families, you've been waiting a long time for this. Let's have some fun. Edward Charles Eastman. Jacob Lee Seaman, with distinction. Chloe Nicole Gray. Gabrielle May Steiner. Paulina Moskawa. Jamie Ann Coffrun with University Honors and with highest distinction. Heather Leanne Craig. Mackenzie Marie King. Erica Grace Campbell Williams. Megan Elizabeth Pace. Trey Nguyen. Athena Pumawavan. Ashley Lynn Young. Spencer Evan Lamb. Grace M. Lang. Cameron Joy McIntosh. Tyler Daniel White. Ashley Taylor Byron. Lauren Kate Gibson. Bryn Marie Lucille Doherty. Zachary Martin Green. Corey Lynn Callio. Shelby Rose Inger. Naomi Martinez. Dylan Thomas Odette. Alexandria Nicole Coates. Haley Ann Szymanski. Natalie Rowe. Maggie Urbanski. Aaron Joseph Statler. Clay Allen Hulsbus. Jacob David Garney. Madeline Elizabeth Clower. Ethan Ryan Schmidt with distinction. Caden Derek Lambert. Kyle Alex Zupek. Michael Allen Johnson, Jr. Nicholas Robert Netz. Mia Rand. Shruti Amit Gayar. Kayla LePage. Jacob Stefanik. Samuel Jacques Clow. Sung-Soo Kim. Michael John Gundaker. Hunter Daniel Lawless. Daniel David Cleary. William James Steffen. Owen Lucas Ronneberg. Danielle Marie Homringhausen. Parker Knight with University Honors. Madison Ann Vestweber. Veronica Lee Kirsten. Marissa Renee Ulrich. Brooke Evelyn Boschka. Marguerite Magdalene Morganson. Andrew Michael Iwanicki. Benjamin Michael Lysak. Beyonce Ray Carlstad. Annabelle Lorena Aguilar. Carmen Morales. Jess Christopher Reneva. Carolyn McCleary. Joaquin Lopez Esabello. Griffin Thomas Seitz. Noah David Spockman. Carson James Rinsberger. Prakesh Patel. Anand Patel with University Honors and Highest Distinction. Donnell Patel. John Renner. Mason Pierce Jeffries. Philip John Keynes. Riley Kinnitz. Tara Lynn Kielkoff. Jaslyn Grace Stephen. Haley Marie Brule. Greta Weil. Michaela Mead. Jaylee Nielsen. Paige Nicole Shrike with distinction. Michael Greco. Alexis Catherine Lawning with University Honors and Highest Distinction. Carson Wilkins Stoker. That's more like it. Henry Wayne Bishop with distinction. Jackson Nathaniel Wheaton. Robert Anthony Hollebeck Jr. Michael Aaron Pressler. Mary Grace Watson with University Honors and Highest Distinction. Sergei Kuznetsov. Bailey Madeline Williams. Haley Catherine Smith. Lindsay Ruth Solomon. Austin Blake Bontrager. Romani Miguel Lopez with highest distinction. Ty Reeves. Vivian Rebecca Nalivenko. Gracie Jean Van Rokel. Anthony Joseph Farrington. Brock Neil Hawkins. William Joseph Zanzo Jr. with highest distinction. Creighton Alexander Grakowski. Ryan P. Callanan. Jackson David Ritter. Alex Morgan. Michael Mahmed Powers. Michael Murfeld. Nathan Patrick Trinkamp. Harrison Riley Nagel. Owen Fletcher McGravy. Thomas James Gendra. Zachary Jackson Morell. Nathan Eric Jennings. Elena Rose Weiss. Madison Ann Cubis. Kylie Nicole Kelderman. Brinley J. Breitbach with highest distinction. Dane Thomas Bergen with highest distinction. Adrian Joseph Coulter. Logan Seth Chesick. Logan Forrest Smith. Jack Alexander Barron. Rizwan Nazir Manzoor. Carson Noah Cayley. Jonathan Gonzalez. Zach Lasik. Dominique Bianchi. Sirf Kanja Jr. Charles Joseph Myers. Danielle Taylor Johnson. Mark Russell Horcher II. Daniel James Klein. Luke Daniel Wade. Ramirez Moorhead. John Michael Passetti. Kayla Grace Nutt. Zachary Michael Hellman with distinction. Ethan Fulcher with distinction. Carson James Bradford. Luke William Anholt. Jack Anthony Batman. Chase Bennett. Adam Chance. Which one?
That one. This one. Yeah.
We're sure. Adam Joseph Poen. Oliver Morelli with University Honors. Christian Lewis Greenfell. Nicholas Robert Crank. Carson Roger Schwau. Braden Gephardt. Kevin Hayes. Patrick Ryan Cosgrove. Megan Smith. Mia Shuhana Knapp with University Honors. Taylor Elaine Napoli. Abigail Marie Rude. Emma Elizabeth Welter with high distinction. Noelle Lynn Pearson. Ethan David Cronister. The turning of the tassel is a traditional gesture by which each student signifies passage from degree candidate to graduate. Will each of you now mark your new status by turning the tassel of your cap from the right side to the left side? Family, members of the faculty, President Wilson, Dean Christoph Brown, I present to you the Tippie College of Business class of 2023. We congratulate you all.
We are so proud of the Tippie College's class of 2023. Today marks a personal milestone in your lives. You have received a degree from the University of Iowa's Henry B. Tippie College of Business. You faced many challenges, made discoveries about yourself and others, and grew into leaders who will make a difference in our communities. Tomorrow is a new start for you as college graduates. You have sacrificed much and worked toward a meaningful goal. You have earned the right to rest and rejuvenate, but also the privilege to go and do great things in this world. With every action you take, pursue excellence with urgency. To make business, your community, and your relationships with others be strengthened and create something meaningful. Henry Tippie did that for all of us here today, and I encourage you, maybe starting tomorrow, to find ways to make your positive impact on the world. We hope that in the years to come, you will stay engaged with us through our alumni events and our Tippie YouTube channel. There you can find alumni panels with industry insights and insights from some of your favorite Tippie professors. Your continued engagement with us as alumni through time, talent, and treasure will help to keep the college great in the same way that alumni have supported you while you were here. Congratulations to you, and best of luck to you in the future.
Thank you, Dean Christoph Brown. And now we will conclude today's commencement ceremony. I ask that everyone please remain seated for the recessional. The platform party will exit first, followed by the graduates.